All right. We're just doing a weekly recap. So I'm going to start from Monday to this Friday. Um, I'll show you the trades. And Wednesday, we did have news. So, not news, it's called bank holiday. But you can see right here, there's London session low, there's market open. This is consolidation. Usually, if you know accumulation, manipulation, distribution concepts, this is accumulating, it's manipulated. And that's why I didn't enter off of this. But if you wait until your next market structure shift, you get this, and then you could target London highs. But since Monday was still at high of day, you could have held for a lot longer. And I honestly caught the move until right here before the consolidation. But it's whatever. You can't really predict everything about the market as long as you get, a nice good risk to reward. Um, Tuesday, this one you need the 5 minute to see. But when it's news candles like this, usually if it wants to continue lower in that direction, it'll set up points of liquidity. So let's just say like this wasn't here, this chop wasn't here after 5:30, it would more than likely want to reverse to the upside. But since it set up points of liquidity on the 5 minute right here, would have been a perfect entry. You wait for a market structure shift after it shifts this liquidity in 5 minute. And then boom, market structure shift right here. Stops above the highs. Then you just trim at the lows and then you could hold a runner. But it's honestly preference. Like a 1 to 2 is good as long as your consistency is correct. But you can see the market structure shift and get tapped into right here. So technically you'd be targeting this. So now it's a 123.33. And then we have Wednesday. What? What, what did I just do? I'll just edit. Alright. Not bad. We're not gonna edit this because I'm too lazy to. Um, here, get 12. Alright. So that was Tuesday. This is Thursday. Thurs Thursday was kind of hard to see because yes, you do have like confluence of it trending down, right? Like this. You wait for liquidity to be swept. So I didn't enter off of this. You would want to see the high of day get swept since it's trending down. And yes, this created a market structure shift, but it's like you have to see what London's doing. So if it already accumulated right here and it's trying to manipulate, but it keeps going and going and going, usually it's going to continue. So you have to see where stop losses are. And this is in this case. You wait for a structure shift after that sweep. You get it right here. And then you could target a trim right here at the low. And then you could hold a runner until whatever your preference is, which in this case it hit yesterday's. That that day's yesterday's low. I just messed up that wording so bad. But it's not a bad trade if you somehow found it. I don't really do that. Um this one was so nice. You could see I already have it traded out a bit, but I'm gonna delete everything so I could trade it out with you guys. You see you have London high right here. I never use this when I'm using QQQ to trade futures because this is just like noise in my opinion. So you just use the one that starts from 101 basically. So you get right here, you see it taps in. What happens? Market structure shift right away. Boom. Right here. Enter on the shift. Pushes a bit, retraces. Gets you an entry to London low. And this is a good day. I noticed like with my strategy, I can hold a little bit longer, like 1 to 2 minutes for a little bit of extra reward. So even though this I marked out as a London low, I held a little bit longer for this candle and got right here. So it worked out. And now that it swept London lows, I didn't take this, but you can see London low was swept out. And this you need for ES because ES corresponds with NQ sometimes, and there's a divergence. So this, if you look at ES in the same time this happened, this was a market structure shift on ES. So what does NQ do if they're behind? They're gonna follow. They don't care. They won't wait. But this is the structure shift. Let me go to ES or SPY since we're using the Q's share chart. Is it the same move, the same time, right here? You can see right here it creates a wick that doesn't matter, and then it creates the structure shift right here. What do? Enter off the structure shift, and you target the highs. Is this it? Yeah, you do. So then it corresponds, and something I'm going to teach right now is a mitigation block. A lot of people don't teach this, but if you're watching, congrats, you got some knowledge. All right, I'm going to just take this off, but you know the trade. You see what I see now. Um, After this market structure shift, people treat this as a breaker block. The last candle, last colored candle that I broke above, they treat that as a breaker. Okay. Let's say people went short right here. For some reason, they took this. Institutions, they wanted continuation. And now they're in drawdown. What do they want to do? Institutions never lose. They're the house. So what's going to happen is after it creates a market structure shift, saying that they're on the wrong side of the move, it's going to go back to that breaker where they originally entered, and it's going to give them either a break-even win or break-even loss. So like literally not even 1% of your trade, like 0.1%. And what happens is when it dips right here, this is where they flip their positions because now they know right here they knew they were in the wrong side of the move, so they're like, oh, let's just flip. Because banks, institutions, they just have money like that. They could throw it around, especially when it's bullish. You buy no matter what when it's bullish because you see how far it's pumping up. Like, if you go to the daily chart, you could see like it's just pumping, pumping, pumping. Occasional. Yeah, we could have a recession. That could be a good dip buy right here somewhere. You could keep dip buying, dip buying, dip buying. And your average comes down from here all the way down to here, and then you're making more money. Because inevitably the indexes are gonna bring you back 10%. But other than that, that was today's. Not today's. That was this week's trading ideas. But yeah, just go back, test it for yourself. You could go a week back too if you want. Some of them play off of London low, London high, internal liquidity to continue lower to low of day. It's just a lot. A lot of it's simple. It's just finding it's going to be the hard part.